A major health warning to tell you about right now before you go to the grocery store today. 15 people dead after a deadly outbreak of Listeria linked to cantaloupes. And now we're learning about another possible outbreak in lettuce. Joining us now, Fox News medical A-teamer Dr. David Samadi, and he can give us all the details. First of all, this is quite a scare. 15 people dead. What is Listeria and what does it do to the body?
Kelly, Listeria is a bacteria that's usually seen in processed meat, like hot dog, deli meat, unpasteurized cheese. But now we see this in the cantaloupes. It's a big surprise because, the last time we saw an outbreak from Listeria was in 1998. About 21 people died. In 1985, about 50 people died. What's unique about Listeria, which is very different than E. coli and Salmonella, is that it can linger around. It can stay in your system for a long time. So the thesis is that in October, we may see a big spike in some of the sickness and death, unfortunately, from this. So one has to be very careful. It can grow in the room temperature, or even in a refrigerator, which is very unusual for a bacteria. And again, we see now these cases of cantaloupe that's coming from Colorado, and it's gone to about 25 states. What the company is saying right now is that there is about 300,000 cases of cantaloupes out there. Each one of them had about 10 to 15. So there's about 1.5 to 4 million pieces of fruits out there floating. And that's really the purpose of this segment.
Sounds like what you're saying then, if it's in your refrigerator and you have some doubts, throw it out.
That's absolutely right. That's the message from today, is not to panic. If you have any symptoms, so what are the symptoms? If you have any fever, if you have muscle aches, it may turn out to be diarrhea or GI symptoms. But what's really concerned is that this bacteria can actually spread to the brain and can cause stiff neck, convulsions, and signs of meningitis. Before it gets too late, you need to make sure that you check with your doctor. About 20% death or mortality from Listeria. It's a very strange bacteria that we want people to know about this. But if there is any doubt, make sure that you see your doctor. That's what this is about.
You're talking about listeriosis. Is that what
exactly
it's called?
What it is? So, for example, if in the refrigerator, if you have any juice from the hot dog or meat or chicken, you want to sanitize it. You want to wash it really well.
How did it get there, though? How did it get there on cantaloupes and lettuce?
Well, it's a good point. Nobody knows. But if you have animals that can contaminate the farm, that's enough for it to get in. And then basically spreads, and it goes from the farm to all over the state.
So real quickly, Doc, we're running out of time, but what's the safest way to keep your food safe and you safe?
I think Jamie brought it up. You want to make sure that you wash these fruits and vegetables under the tap water really carefully, and before you actually make the cut, so before it gets in. And make sure that you use only cheese or milk that's pasteurized. Cook the meat really well, and make sure you keep the temperature of the refrigerator below 40 degrees and freezer below 0 degrees. If there are any signs and symptoms, go and see your doctor and make sure that what they do is they check the blood and the CSF.
Very good tips for all of us, and we thank you so much.
That
will do it for us. I'm Kelly Wright.
I'm sticking to cereal, Doc. Cereal is safe.